Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third session of MAINS Answer Writing Analysis. This is for the year APSC 2024, and by 2024, I mean the APSC that is going to be held in the year 2024. So, this is the third session of the series. Ago to the session sailua to my advice kuru. What we are going to do in the series is that juntu amar sandpaper organize kora mains answer writing series juntu soli ase tare ami questions sao. They are either previous year questions or they are original questions from the institute. Hey question tur par ami one of the best answers written by one of the aspirants analysis koru, and hey analysis to pisat ami answer to additionally ki add korbo paru hetu ami institute answer opa compare koru. So let's begin. Oh, okay. I am Ashmita Rekha Bora. I cracked APSC CSE 2019 with a rank 9 in Assam Land and Revenue Service. So let's begin. So this is the paper of 15th January 2024, and although topic to Indian society likha ase, this is not Indian society. This should be physical geography. Etu moi edit kore bhul korisu. Okay, but topic is irrelevant. Let's look at the questions. And these questions are not original institute questions. These are previous year questions asked in UPSC. So question number 1 to amar juntu hoy. These are both 10 markers and 150 words. Okay. So 18 minutes likha ase. 18 minutes mane you should not take more than 9 minutes to write a 10 marker. You should not take more than 9 minutes to write a 10 marker. Practice to henege koribo. 10 marker is generally of 9 minutes and 15 marker is generally of 12 minutes. Okay. So let's see the questions. That how will the melting of Himalayan glaciers have a far-reaching impact on the water resources of India? How will the melting of Himalayan glaciers have a far-reaching impact on the water resources of India? And how are the fjords formed? Why do they constitute some of the most picturesque areas of the world? So these are two questions from physical geography and both are PYQs. So let us see the best answer that one of the student had written for us. So this is the best answer that has been written for us by one of the students. So let's analyze. Check ki likhi se. Question to likhi loise. How will melting of Himalayan glacier have far-reaching impact on the water resource of India? And he has started. The Kathmandu-based ICI MOD has elucidated the unprecedented rate of glacier melting, predicting up to 75% volume loss by centuries end, ensuring hydrological crisis. Okay. Good intro. Aru good context also. Mane context to, he has not created the context, but he has mentioned the context correctly. That indeed International Center for Integrated Mountain Development had released a Water, Ice, Society and Ecosystem report for the Hindu Kush Mountains. ICIMOD eta WISE report বুলি এটা ৰিপৰ্ট ওলাইছিলে আৰু সেই ৰিপৰ্টত বহুত স্কেৰি কথা লিখা আছিলে যে আমি গ্ৰীনল্যান্ড এণ্ড এণ্টাৰ্কটিক লৈ টেনশ্যন লওঁ বাট দ্য গ্লেচিয়াৰ দ্যাট আজ লাইক যোন আমাৰ হেডৰ ওপৰতে যোনটো আমাৰ গ্লেচিয়াৰ আছে দ্যাট ইজ লাইক মেল্টিং ভেৰি ফাষ্ট খালি ইয়াত এটা আই থিংক ইজ এন এৰৰ ইট ইজ নট 75 ইট ইজ 65 It is not 75, it is 65, but the effort has to be appreciated. The context has been correctly caught by the student. Aru to mention, jeti apni context to dhori lobo pare, then the teacher has understood that apuni pori se you are updated with the current affairs. Aru a context to pare je apni question to aise hetu apuni buji paise. So if you can make the context your intro, it is a very, very good thing. Okay, let's move ahead. The impact of water resource on India. Frequent flooding and drought. Rapid melting of glacier could lead to flood from glacial lake outburst. Not only from glacial lake outburst. Lead to flood from factors like glaciers lake outburst. এইটো অলপমান হেৰি ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজটো অলপমান প্যাৰাফ্ৰেজ কৰিব লাগিব ডাইৰেক্ট ফ্ৰম গ্লেচিয়াৰ লেক আউটবাষ্ট কৰিলে এনেকুৱা লাগিব কি অকল গ্লেচিয়াৰ লেক আউটবাষ্টৰ পৰাই হেৰি ফ্লাডিং হৈ আছে নট নেচেচাৰিলি দেয়াৰ আদাৰ ফেক্টৰ্ছ এজ ৱেল উই উইল লুক ফৰ আহেড তো ফেক্টৰ্ছ লাইক কৰি পেলাই অলপ ডাইলুট কৰি দিব হাউ কনচেনট্ৰেটেডলি ইউ হেভ ৰিটেন দ্য পইণ্ট বাট দ্য পইণ্ট ইজ কাৰেক্ট impact on monsoon according to IPCC projections the melting of glaciers could indicate a likely increase in the summer rainfall by 4 to 12% in the near term and 4 to 25% in the long term. Okay. Destabilize flow of Indian rivers. Increasing glacier melts could destabilize Indian rivers by changing their river stream flow. Correct. Potable water. Regions like Punjab and Haryana depend extensively on glacial fed rivers for drinking water supply. Does only Punjab and Haryana depend on glacial fed rivers for drinking water supply? Don't the rural areas of UP, Bihar, Uttarakhand, us even, don't they? So etu অলপমান ঠিক কৰিব লাগিব but the point is okay understand ki what they are meaning to what the student is meaning to say je potable water upor effect hobo but when you write like regions like Punjab Haryana ebur factor ahi jay okay so this has to be paraphrased biodiversity fluctuation in water availability can disrupt ecosystem impacting flora fauna and aquatic life according to a recent IPCC report Himalayan glaciers are melting and receding at an alarming rate and if adequate steps are not taken to limit global warming 2/3 of glaciers in the Hindu Kush mountain could melt by 2100 okay correct ami etu sabo laibo je the student has written the headings all from the point of view of water resource which was the ask of the question amar a question tour answer beleg student e beleg ke likhise কিন্তু most of them factors bur eketai likhise enekwa nohoy ki ajon student e factor bur kiba beleg likhise je belege frequent flooding and drought kotha likha nai monsoon kotha likha nai river or gondogul hua to likha nai potable water biodiversity kotha likha nai henukwa kotha nohoy factors bur sobe eketai likhisile the whole game was in the point of view the whole game was in the point of view the point of view is how the Himalayan glacier have far-reaching impact on the water resource of India. Amak agriculture logot amar kono matlab nai in this question. Agriculture logot amar tetia he matlab hobo jetia water resource or point of view ba ami agriculture le sam. Okay, agriculture impact hobo boli likhile I will give you a 0 but apuni jodi koy ki monsoon effect hobo karone agriculture impact hobo tetia I will give you 3 to 4 marks for that point. You're getting it? It is all about the point of view. Je question to G point of view hudi se you will have to answer in the same point of view. Apunak hudi se pani kotha apuni koi ase matir kotha moi apnak kyo marks dim obviously apnak marks nidu moi ki apuni nije nijoge marks ni die apuni hudi ase ki how to go from Zoo Road to Ganeshguri apna khudi ase how to go from Zoo Road to Ganeshguri tamare rasta tur bikhoye apna khudi ase apuni question to thikei bujise kintu apuni koi ase autot kintu 100 taka loy mo hudisu ni autot 100 taka loy boli moi to huda nai kintu apunar kotha to etu asle you were meaning to tell me je iman distance hoy karone autot 100 taka loy but I have not asked you autot 100 taka loy but apuni koi ase mok autot 100 taka loy answer to ki hobo lage how to go from Zuru to apuni amukot uthok take a bus or take an auto or ask for a cab amak iman paisa lobo apuni yad goi pabo that is the correct way of answering the question apuni jodi koy e tar pora ekhon auto dhorok 100 taka lobo that is not sufficient for knowing how to go from Zuru to Ganeshguri so question to hetue apuna khudi ase what is the impact on water resource apuni koi ase agriculture kotha apuni koi ase forester kotha nai nalage mok agriculture forest apuni mok kobo lage water e agriculture keneke effect korise water e forester keneke effect korise so ejon student e he has written every point from the point of view of water resource. Have you seen? Rapid melting of glacier could lead to flood. IPCC projection melting of glacier could indicate likely increase of rainfall. Destabilizing glacier melt could destabilize the Indian rivers. Potable water to all bhul korise baro, but fluctuation in water availability can disrupt. Direct can disrupt likha nai, fluctuation in water availability can disrupt ecosystem, impacting flood, flora, fauna, etc. Understood? So answer is the same, but how you write the answer will make or break your exam. So point kita to simple as this was a pretty simple question. So let us see additionally what can we do about the question. So this is the institute answer. Sandpaper APSC. Let us see the institute keneke likhise. How will the melting of glacier have a far-reaching impact? Okay. Himalayan glaciers are the lifelines of the perennial rivers of India. Rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy, Indus and many others not only make the soil one of the most fertile patches in the world, but also make the northern India the most densely populated part of the country. But with the changing landscape and speedy melting of the Himalayan glacier, the water resources of India will have a far-reaching impact. Okay? At a story banai loise ki how the rivers, why is the concern? এনেকুৱানো কি ইমান আমাৰ হিমালয়ান গ্লেচিয়াৰৰ লগত ৰিলেশ্যন আছে যে ইমান টেনশ্যন হৈছে চ' ইয়াত লিখিছে যে ৰিভাৰ্ছ লাইক গংগা যমুনা ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ ইৰাৱতী ইণ্ডাছ এইবিলাক অকল ৰিভাৰ্ছে নহয় দে মেক ওৱান অফ দ্য মষ্ট ফাৰ্টাইল পেচেছ অফ দ্য ৱৰ্ল্ড also makes the northern India most densely populated part of the world. Now agriculture related as a population related as a hekane changing landscape and speedy melting of Himalayan glacier will have a far-reaching impact. Let's go ahead. Now casted rise in water flow of rivers. So here is a agar amar student jone likhisile ki this will lead to change in water level he bostu to a beleke likhise. Now casted rise in water flow of rivers. Faster melting of the Himalayan glacier will increase the present water level of the rivers. This is leading to unseasonal floods in places where flood was never an issue. Also, there is rise of flash flood which not only alter the ecosystem of the rivers but also create large havoc in the areas. So, yeah, duta point flood plus rise in water level to join korise. Okay. So now casted rise in water flow মানে ইটিয়া মেল্ট হলে ইটিয়া পানীৰ লেভেলটো বাঢ়ি যাব পানীৰ লেভেলটো বাঢ়াৰ লগে লগে there will be unseasonal floods and there will be floods in areas where there were no flood before. Now second point is forecasted decline in the waters of river. Now casted or forecasted or difference to mukun by koboson. What is now casted? Comment section or likhi dibo and what is forecasted? কি হয় দুইটা forecasted decline in water level of the rivers once the ice frozen in the Himalayan glacier decline to an extreme level. The perennial rivers are going to face water scarcity on all season. This will lead to large scale change in habitation of the region and the rivers will no longer be lifeline of the areas. Correct? ঠিক আছে তাৰ মানে ইটিয়াটো পানী বাঢ়িব but আগত গৈ পেলাই যেতিয়া পানী বাঢ়ি বাঢ়ি সব শেষ হৈ যাব এভৰিথিং উইল ফ্লো ডাউন টু দি ওচেনছ এণ্ড দ্য বেছ তেতিয়া আইচটো ইমানেই কমি যাব কি আমাৰ যোনটো চ'ৰ্চ হয় সেই সোর্সটোতে আমাৰ আইসৰ ডিক্লাইন হৈ যাব আৰু আইসৰ ডিক্লাইন হৈ গ'লে পানীটো কমিয়ে যাব ৰিভাৰত নেক্সট leads to sudden change in water level of glacial lakes. Faster melt of the glacier create unpredictable change in the Himalayan landscape with specific changes in water resource like glacial lake which can lead to extreme flash floods like that of Sikkim flash flood of 2023. এই পইণ্টটো আমাৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টজনেও লিখিছিলে কিন্তু সি ৱাটাৰ ৰিচোৰ্চ লাইক গ্লেচিয়েল লেকছ এনেকুৱা নহয় কি অকল গ্লেচিয়েল লেকত চেঞ্জ আহে বেলেগতো চেঞ্জ আহে চ' উই উইল হেভ টু ডাইলুট দ্য পইণ্ট এ লিটল লাইক ইউজিং ৱৰ্ডছ লাইক এক্সেট্ৰা এৰাউণ্ড অ'কে So change in rainfall of the region with reduction in coolness of the region, there will be shifts in formation of ITCZ in summers. This shift in formation of the low pressure zone will again affect the arrival of the monsoons. Change in monsoon will affect the water rivers of both southern and northern India. Okay, correct. Next is a heri kotha likhisile teo potable water. A potable water too we can paraphrase in this way. Change in underground water level. With the change of monsoons, the underground water level will also reduce in area which are dependent on rainfall replenishing the water level. So if you see, every point is written from the point of view of water resource. Nowcasted water flow, decline in the water level, leads to sudden change in water level of glacial, change in rainfall of the region, change in underground water level. Have you seen the point of view ek hi hai, point of view is water okay. So amongst all the talks and steps taken on reduction of global warming to keep the ice caps intact, the emphasis has been basically on Arctic and Antarctic poles. There is not much thought been given to stop the melting of the third pole, that is Hindu Kush Himalayan region. If the fastened global warming isn't halted, there will be massive multidimensional change in the world with special effect on water resource. Okay, ঠিক আছে, done. Point to eketae কথাবোৰ অলপ বেলেগকে লিখা হৈছে ডায়াগ্ৰামত কি আঁকিব ডায়াগ্ৰামত you can draw what you can draw either you can draw let us draw Hindu Kush region Hindu Kush region or mountain ranges ke daki dilo Pamir Knot ইয়াৰ পা কাৰাকোৰাম ৰেঞ্জেছ ইয়াৰ পা কুনলুন ইয়াৰ পা টিয়ান শান ইয়াৰ পা হিন্দ কুশ ইয়াৰ পা হিমালয়াজ সো আমি এই ড্ৰয়িংটো বনাব পাৰোঁ যে আমাৰ হিন্দু কুশ ৰিজনক লৈ পেলাই যোনটো হেৰি হৈছে ইজ টিয়ান শান মাউণ্টেইন ৰেঞ্জ কুনলুন Karakoram, Himalayas, Hindu Kush, Aru, this is the Pamir Knot. Or we can make drawing of India. Pardon my drawing. Okay. Efale aru nalage baru, amag iman kone lage. Then you can show a couple of rivers through it ki Indus তললে নাহে বাৰু এখিনি অলপ চাই ল'ব Indus Satluj Ganga Yamuna Brahmaputra okay আমি হেতু ড্ৰ কৰিব পাৰো glacial fed river Irrawaddy glacial fed rivers of India এনেকে এটা বনাই পেলাই ওকে কিন্তু যেতিয়া মনত ৰাখিব দিস ইজ আ ভেরি ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট থিং very important thing যে whenever you writing answers for geography draw diagram লাগিব এটো কিবা হৈছে diagram লাগিব I cannot emphasize it enough. Diagram lagibo. Okay? So do not forget your diagram. Jodi apni diagram na ke tetia hole apnar 2-3 mark kati dibo pare. Jodi apni polity reku na ke eku problem nai. Kintu geography mane drawing sobi. Apni jodi diagram geography na ke tetia hole you are going to lose marks. Okay? Eto sai lobo. Okay, this was the question. Let's look at the next question. So let's look at the next question. Next question to ako PYQA hoy. How are the fjords formed? Why do they constitute some of the most picturesque areas of the world? So fjord mane ki hoy? Fjord mane ki hoy? Hetue likhibo laibo. Let's look at the answer now that the student has written. Okay. So question to ako likhilo se teo bhal kotha. How are the fjords formed? Why do they constitute some of the most picturesque areas of the world? Fjord is a long narrow valley with steep side filled with sea water. Okay, not absolutely correct. Not absolutely correct. But he has attempted to write a definition which is okay. Glacial retreats, U-shaped valley, sea fills, valley floor. This is how exactly fjords are formed. So fjords are formed to actually the flow diagram or dekhai dise, which is very good. Very good. Let's see the formation. Two ways, tectonic reason. Land may subside because of which water enters and forms a steep sided narrow valley. Okay. Sea level rise, mainly high latitude fjords associated with post glaciation. Correct. Reason for picturesque area of the world: unique landform with steep sides, abundant rainfall, etc. Unification of mountains, snow, coast, steep slope, water create mesmerizing landscape. Okay. Biodiversity presence with rich marine life and florid diversity. Okay. Sheltered water creates beautiful lagoons. Recreational activities surrounding these areas make them make them a place of leisure and activities. Fjords are virgin areas untouched by anthropogenic activities. However, they are impacted by climatic change, which can lead to disappearance. It's not exactly true. It is touched by anthropogenic activities. In fact, it is the hub of all tourism now. Everyone goes to watch the fjords. But তথাপিও এইটো কাৰণে মই অলপমান মাৰ্কস কাটিলো. More or less the content of the answer is correct. It is not wrong. The content of answer has been written correctly. So let's see what more can we add to the answer. बहुत background noises है, but let's continue anyways. So institute answer to silo so that we can see what additionally we can do. How are the fjords formed? Why do they constitute? Fjords are deep U-shaped valleys along the coastlines which are now filled with marine seawater. How are the fjords formed? They constitute some of the blah blah blah. Okay. So let us see the institute answer. How are the fjords formed? Why do they constitute some of the most picturesque areas of the world? Fjords are deep U-shaped valleys along the coastline which are now filled with marine seawater. Okay. They are spectacular to look at and they form one of the most tourist attracting landscapes of the world. They are particularly seen in areas close to the poles like Norway, Finland, Iceland, etc. So the definition has been given. They are spectacular to look at. Why do they constitute some of the most picturesque area to suffice koribo karone, and they are particularly seen in area close to the pole like Norway, Finland, Iceland, etc. Formation. Question to the form to a no. So formation. The hills with fjords were originally snow covered during the ice age. As the global heatings restarted, the ice and snow gradually melted out in the form of glaciers and scooped the weaker rocks of the hills on the way. This erosion of glacier led to formation of deep U-shaped valleys. With the increase of water level of the sea entered this U-shaped valley and led to the formation of fjord. The base of the valley lie below the sea level and often called drowned valleys as well. Presence of marine water in this region have further escalated the formation of fjords by marine erosion. So this is actually a very static content. Yat apunar point of view kotha nai. Point of view kotha nai. Apnak sida sidi hudise bonai keneke apuni sida sidi koi diok bonai keneke, and the facts should be correct. I'll come to the diagram. Constitution of picturesque fjords. Fjords are extremely beautiful to look at. The reason of the beauty are as follows. There is a beautiful combination of extremes, height of the hill, depth of the water, blah blah blah. The water being sea inlet are very calm and do not generally create wave of extreme movements. The waters in the fjords are good for sports like kayaking and boating. Due to dynamism of the area, the ecosystem is very diverse, which creates the possibility of large number of plant and animals, which add to the natural beauty. Fjords are testimonial to global cooling and global warming, along with being one of the most beautiful locations of the world. Hence, the area should be preserved. So this is the very static portion of the answer. Static ke koi dile hol. So diagram to ami enake akibo lagibo. Akilu. Fjords, fjords, fjords. Eto tola akibo lagibo. You will have to make it a U shape na. Eto olopman deep akibo lagibo. And this should be filled with water. This should be filled with water. Eto tetia hai. Etia hai to drowned valley hobo. Drowned valley. Sea level. Sea fjords. Ye pahar gita fjords. So let us just look at what are fjords once. So these are what fjords are. Eto dekhisane. Eto pahar, nodi. This is pahar. This is nodi. Okay. If you look at another one, this is pahar, nodi. This is a fjord. So this is it. These are the 2 questions of this session. Apnalokok screenshot lobole moi hohai kori diu. Take a screenshot. Screenshot 1. Screenshot 2. Screenshot 3, screenshot 4, and screenshot 5. So we'll be soon starting a Telegram channel. Khali kotha to hol itia ami mains Telegram channel to start kora nai, because we already are preoccupied with a lot of students who are taking our guidance in prelims. So Telegram channel to start korile I'll give in PDF of all this. Kinu hetu karone time lagibo pare. So I'll suggest je apnaloge etia you can start practicing these questions and amar answer kita logot tally kori lobo and make the best answer ever, even better than whatever has been given by institute and everything, so that you can get the maximum marks in the exam, which is the whole point of doing this analysis. Okay, so we'll meet you in the next session. Till then, keep practicing and like, share, subscribe to Sandpaper Academy for Civil Services. Thank you.